So, my wife and I had taken a quick trip to our local mountains. Stayed in a cabin overnight, pretty close to a lake, maybe 10-minute walking distance. So we decided to take our dogs and go for a walk down by the lake, and well, we found some interesting prints. So I'm going to do this old school. I got the picture up on the computer and I'm videoing with the cell phone because it's just easier for me to get it on YouTube. So here's print number 1, and this is odd, and I'll tell you why I think it's odd. So there's print number 1. When I put my foot next to this thing, it must have been 5 inches, 6 inches longer than mine, and obviously twice as wide as my foot. My wife had actually taken this picture and sent it to me. So it was probably about 16 inches long and 6.5, 7 inches wide. The weird part is this center part. It almost looks like a mid-tarsal break. I don't know, you can obviously see the heel, you can see where the toes were and stuff like that. I don't know. It's definitely odd. It was obviously made right after the first snow, and then it had snowed a little bit more. I don't know. So leave your comments on this photo. So I'll go to the next photo, which is also very odd. There's this photo. Well, this didn't step completely straight down. It actually dug in under the snow in the toes, and when you get down there and look at underneath, you can clearly see where the toes kind of slid in at an angle under the snow. Also, that same weird mid-tarsal break thing going on. This was about the same size as that first print. It's odd, and the heel looks a lot like a boot print, but at the same time it doesn't, because there's no square edges at the bottom where it would have met up with the snow. It's all rounded out. Like I said, the snow had been sitting in the sun for probably 4 days, so I'm sure it's deteriorated quite a bit. I don't know, but clearly when you look up underneath, you could see where 5 toes had dug under the snow, like it had slid in at an angle. I don't know. So leave your comments, your likes, whatever. This is just stuff I find, and this is literally probably a 2-hour drive from me in Los Angeles. So it's probably an hour's drive from Palm Springs, from where I found those structures off trail. And let's see if I can find those. Did a little research on those pictures in Palm Springs. This is all Idaho. Okay. Well, apparently I don't have those on the computer. But those structures I found in Palm Springs, they seem to be placed in a strategic area, because from those two areas, they can see each other. But on the opposite sides of where they could see each other, there were hiking trails. So I don't know if they were lookouts, there was a hiking trail off of one side, then the structure down in a valley up onto another rock outcropping. But from the two, they could see each other, but you couldn't see the structures from the trails unless you literally got off trail and climbed up there. So these are the pictures from our little trip to the local mountains after it had snowed. I don't know what to say about these, so it's definitely suspicious. I know they're in the area. I've done geographical map studies, and it would be possible for them to literally stay concealed all the way down to where I am. You know, it might narrow out a bit in some places, but if they were to do that spot at night, they'd never be seen. So, I don't know. Very weird. Very odd. Let me take that flash. There we go. I did not know my flashlight was on for the video. So, there's one print. They all seem to be in a line. You know, something was walking. It was definitely bipedal. I mean, you could see you could tell impressions and stuff. Like I said, you know, it was right after it had snowed. This thing probably made the tracks, and then it snowed just a little bit more after that. I don't know. And then the stuff sat in the sun for 4 or 5 days before they were discovered by my wife. So this one, I mean, it definitely shows that something had put its foot in at an angle underneath the snow. It went back in there quite far. So I don't know. They're here. I know they are. So let me know your thoughts, comments, information. It's greatly appreciated, you know. So there you go. Happy hunting.